30-second chances, where we ask deep, contemplative questions and provide far too little time to formulate thoughtful, reflective answers. My guest today is...
No, my guest today. I'm sound designer and educator Rick Allen, and I was the first guest on the very first episode. So for this very special 100th episode, my guest is musician, marketer, and mensch, Daniel Keller. Daniel, how are you?
Fabulous, Rick. How are you?
I'm doing really well. 100 episodes. Congratulations.
Dear God, has it been that many?
It has, and let's get this thing started, shall we? Okay.
Absolutely.
30 seconds. First question. So you're hiring someone to do your job. What does the job description say, and what are the qualifications required?
Ooh. Wow. Able to think on your feet, able to put in long hours for absolutely no pay, and must have a sense of humor, must be able to tolerate all sorts of strange guests and make yesterday's technology work today.
You got it all in. You're a pretty good guest here. Okay, number 2. You've been pulled over for blasting your music way too loud in your car. How do you talk your way out of a ticket?
Well, first, I try and find out what interests the officer in question, and then I try and get him involved in a very, very lengthy discussion of my sound system, touring him all the way from my high-quality sound reproduction equipment through my bitchin' bass speakers and the fact that I am cruising through town, setting off car alarms left and right.
Excellent. All right, number 3. You've played in bands, you've worked in recording studios, and you've built a career out of writing and talking about music with other artists. Out of all of those, which did you enjoy the most?
Oh, wow. That's a tough one. That's a good question. I'm impressed. I would say that each one of them was appropriate for that particular phase of my career and time in my life. I would never want to go back to playing in bands and sleeping on a tour bus like I did in my 20s. And I certainly really still enjoy what I'm doing now. I love writing. I love telling stories. I love working on videos.
Good answer to a good question. Okay, they're making a movie about your life. Who composes the score? And which rock song plays over the end credits?
Oh, wow. You've actually put some time into these, haven't you? Who composes the score? Well, that would have to be you, Rick.
Oh, boy. It'd be a very strange sounding movie.
Actually, maybe a collaboration between you and Danny Elfman, because there needs to be a little more zany in there than I could possibly manage. What was the other part of the question?
What rock song would play? Darn it. We don't get to hear the answer to that one. Oh, man. Okay. What's something about your hometown that only a local would know?
That the 2nd Avenue Deli is on 1st Avenue. How's that? You know,
it's got to be okay. What are some other facts? Keep it going. Keep it going.
Let's see. That the rats are bigger than the cats. That
I think I can picture where you're from at this very point in time.
Indeed, you probably can. Yes. I don't know, man. I mean, everybody knows everything there is to know.
All right. That's some good hometown news there. Lastly, if you could ask one question to anyone, who would it be and what would the question be?
That's a toss-up. I would have a million different questions for Leonardo da Vinci, but I'm thinking I would probably just ask Vincent van Gogh, dude, what were you thinking?
You'd have to talk on one side of his head to make sure he heard you.
Exactly. I mean, how are you going to wear sunglasses? No.
so, so that is your answer. Daniel, thank you so much, first of all, for taking the time to ask all of us questions and spreading knowledge. I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. And thank you for taking the time to be my guest today on the 100th episode.
Well, thank you, Rick. It's been an absolute pleasure. Way weirder than I expected, but hey, that's what it's all about, and I'm happy to roll with it.
That's what we expect from you. And that's what I was happy to provide.